Oh, you can let yourself in.
Yes, I did.
Good.
The video kind of stopped at the moment. Let's see.
There we go. Done. Let me make sure there's one app on here that might be draining some of our stuff. Let's see if I can make sure it's out. Because if it's on, it can steal a little bandwidth. There we go. Aha. Hi, folks. Welcome to Cockatoos with Attitude and Chloe's Sanctuary. And trying to get things done here. Here we go. Hey, everybody. Hey, Lorelei. I don't know how many will show up because I was busy in conference this morning, so I didn't get to put a notice up. So I think most people know we're going to do it, but what do you think? What do you think, Lorelei? Laurel Fly. Cosmo. Sugar, are you asking for me to pet that beak? I got to pet that beak? I do? Oh, okay. Lorelei, try not to eat my clothing, okay? I have to buy clothing, and it's not a good thing. What are you doing? Don't you chew on that. Don't you chew on anything. Don't you do that. Jasmine's just taking a break. What are you doing up there? What do you think you're doing? Romeo? Manderbird? Anybody in chat yet?
Hello, so yeah, we have already, let's see, we have Michelle Thompson in chat. Welcome, Michelle. Then Sabrina Smith is here. Hello, Sabrina. Then Lisa Bennett, she joined us. She wishes us happy holidays and says that she is in a bad ice winter storm at the moment. So yeah, stay safe. And then Falcons is with us. So, and Erin McGraw just entered.
Wow, the crew's showing up. Hi,
and
everybody.
Lisa says she cannot see you, so that you are all in black, but I can see you. So maybe you were a little behind in the stream because at first there was only a black picture with my name, and then it became better. But let's see if we solve that problem.
Now that reminded me of Monty Python in the Holy Grail, where John Cleese says, "She turned me to a newt." Well, I got better. What do you think, Cause? Huh? I know, pet the girl, pet the girl. Well, it looks like I'm probably going to have to skedaddle out of here. I'm looking for a rescue right now where they will, and possibly Gingers in Arizona. They were talking about making a spot for us to be temporarily while we were looking for a home. So it looks like everything right now is kind of green for getting a loan to buy a home in Nevada. But the way things go, you never know what's going to happen. So, but that's what it looks like right now. So we're looking for a temporary place because we really can't stay here much longer. So that's where we are. I'm trying to find a bolt hole to move to temporarily until we actually get a loan approval and find a home. Otherwise, I'm going to have to search for that home pretty quickly and have the rescue that's in Nevada looking at the homes, and we have to move quickly. So it'd be better if I could find a spot that will take us in for a short time while we're looking. So that's what we're trying to do now. I already contacted Ginger's Parrot Rescue because they were offering that. That was a few months ago. We've been through a lot since then. I don't know if they still have a spot available, but if they do, it would be a place we could go temporarily until we get something permanent.
Yeah,
One where-
otherwise we need to do a shout out to other rescues or places if they can occupy the sanctuary for a temporary time, because now it really looks like Don said good for getting our loan and going into our own permanent home. But the situation has changed, and it might be now that they have to leave the temporary home every day now. So, and that could actually endanger our goal to go into the permanent home, because if Don is forced to rent again, then his credit kind of changed, and then they can suddenly say, oh, no, then no loan, and then the whole thing would go bye-bye. So yeah, it's really urgent at the moment.
Yeah, it seems like we have to keep giving these urgent alerts. Unfortunately, that's the situation here is such that I really can't stay here much longer. So, and when I mean much longer, I really, really should be out of here in a couple of weeks, if possible. So now Sugar could fix it all for us if she would just decide to do it. But she's more interested in having her beak petted. Right, little girl?
Yeah, it's a really bad news so close after Christmas, but I hope you all had a really, really beautiful Christmas. So if you want to tell us something, just write in chat. Sugar wants to know if you all had a beautiful Christmas.
Lorelai wants to know if she can eat the rest of my clothing. She's putting holes in everything. She's a little moth. But sure, her weight's back up. 600 and her top recent was 658, and she's right at 620 or 638 today. So she's doing okay. And the rest of the birds, their poop has gone back to normal. We were having problems with both Pippa and Sugar, but they're okay. So whatever it was that was going around is not going around anymore, I hope. Seeing any other evidence of anyone else catching it. Yeah, the best case scenario is if I can find a temporary place to stay for within a couple of weeks so that we can pack everything up and go. I hate to have to move twice, but I don't know what else to do at this point. Cause I know you know the answers, but you aren't telling anyone.
Oh, there are some Christmas stories. So Lisa says she had a nice Christmas and she wore the Chloe t-shirt she got from our shop. So that sounds
wonderful.
Great.
I don't even have one of those yet. They look really cool though.
Sabrina says she got pine cones for her, I think, Ender and Whiskey are her birds that were recommended by you, Don, and they love it. That's great.
Yeah.
And a beautiful life is here, so welcome. And she's asking what's going on, Don.
Oh yeah, just a quick refresh. We're gonna have to move out of here, and preferably within the next 2 weeks if possible. So we're looking to Ginger's Parrot Rescue did have a spot where we could stay temporarily. I'm hoping they still have it. I sent them a message asking. Don't bother them though. I mean, I'm gonna try to talk to them directly. So don't push them. If they have a spot for us, then we'll go there temporarily while we're waiting to see if we get pre-approved. If we don't, then we're gonna have to rent, and that's never easy. But we'll do what we have to do. Absolute worst case scenario, I'd have to go to work for another sanctuary and then keep these guys kind of bored during the day until I get back, but we'll see what happens. We're moving forward on the loan. So, I mean, I've filled out everything, signed everything, pay stubs have been given, all that neat stuff. I think we're waiting for the W-2, that kind of thing. But, there's a few things that we're waiting on. But he's our lending agent has already talked to the realtor and said, start kind of looking for places. So that all looks good. Could change in a minute. You know how things are. Just one little thing, like if I had to rent, and I could change our credit report, and that could affect whether or not we get the loan. So we'd rather not do that. We're looking for a temporary spot we can land. Right, Cause? Cause says I'm pretty good at landing. I wasn't good in the beginning because I didn't have any tail feathers. She does land. She lands well now, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Cozy. Yeah, we will try everything to get the Cozy a good new permanent home, right, Cozy? Always that bad news.
But I've been thinking about how to pack everything up, so it's not like the hardest part is this thing out here. This takes a lot to take apart. So.
Yeah, that's the thing. If we have a place where we can go to, then we need a moving date. And then what would be good if we get some volunteers to help.
Yeah, there's a rescue down in San Diego that offered to help us move. So. Right, Cause? Cause sees all and tells all, doesn't she? Yeah, what you got on your face there, kid? I know, Lorelai's in my lap. You can sit on my shoulder. You want to sit on my shoulder? Come on. You want to sit up here? You can sit on my shoulder. Yes, you can. You know that. You're allowed to sit on my shoulder, little girl. Yeah. Hi, baby. How are you doing up there? So that's what's going on, folks. We're just seeing how quickly we can do everything.
So Erin says she wants to be there if when the move is going on. She says she's busy at the end of February, but if it's anyhow possible for her, she will be there.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Erin.
So Erin, yeah, Lisa said it in chat, you are awesome.
Yeah, it's the temporary move is probably going to happen within a couple of weeks if I can arrange it. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but
And just Doris joined us. She says, hello, everybody. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. So thank you, Doris. I had a Merry Christmas. And yeah, Don, not so much, but the birds, you see, Don knows how to keep them happy. Good to have you here, Doris.
Hello. Can you say hello, Lorelai? You can, but you really say it. Why is that? Oh, come on. You don't really want to have that beak petted, do you? Do you really want that beak petted? You do? Why is that? Why is that?
The shuggy. Yeah, we are happy you're all here. We know in some countries, at least, it's still Christmas holidays. Shuggy, always happy to meet you guys.
Jazz is kind of moving her way over here. Aren't you, Jazz? Aren't you, Jasmine?
Oh, I see. All three Moluccans accumulated.
The Moluccan Mafia. That's them.
Oh, that's them.
Hi, baby. Hi, sweetheart. Yeah, their health is all doing pretty well. Lorelei's back up to speed. She's doing well. Kaz's little spot on her beak's okay, and Sugar's doesn't have problems with her droppings anymore, and neither does Pippa. Of course, Pippa's not out here right now. She comes out later.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone else is doing okay. I have Roman needs his beak worked on. That's going to be, I have to get that done today or tomorrow. I better put ignore the phone for a second because I got to put my blocker on, my focus, so that I'm not getting constant messaging on my phone. So let me put this on online meeting, and that should solve that problem. Okay. Hey, you.
What a beautiful Shuggy.
It's a shug bird. Hi, shug. You're being kind of quiet today. You're not whining quite as much as you usually do.
Mm-hmm.
Such a good girl.
Yeah, she looks good.
Yeah, that problem she had with her poop, her tail feathers are a little discolored, but she's okay now. Our poop looks good. So.
No, I meant more just the way she stands up there.
She looks like she's just expecting me to keep rubbing her beak.
But I like to see a confident Shuggy.
She's pretty confident lately.
Yeah.
Aren't you, girl? Aren't you, girl?
And she's more social. So much interaction with her daddy, Shuggy.
Shug bird. I like to catch her playing with toys sometime and film it. But as soon as she sees a camera voice, she stops playing. I'm not going to play. I'm not going to. Everybody think I don't do anything. I don't do anything. Just a shug bird. And Lucy, you're right in the prime spot to poop on me, aren't you? Yep. She's right over me. You want to come down and sit down here? Pretty bird? Pretty bird. Pretty bird. Lucy. Lucy. She's just ignoring me. You're ignoring me, Lucy. Lucy girl. No. She won't pay any attention to me now. Will ya? Oh yeah, you can see yourself in the camera though. Yeah. I was.
Oh, thank you, Erin. We got a donation of $20 from Erin.
Oh, thank you. Thank
He
you
says,
so much.
Happy Saturnalia, lol. Here's for the move, part 1, and flock parrot. Thank you so much, Erin.
Just don't ask me to speak in Latin.
Pretty bird.
Thank you. What? You want me to pet you?
And a beautiful life is happy to hear that at least the flock is in a medically good condition at the moment.
Yeah, they need to stay healthy because we're going to have, some intense activity in the next few weeks. With any luck, I can get them somewhere safe until we get that loan gets pre-approved.
If we move in temporary in another sanctuary, maybe there is a person who is able to administer them the medicine if it's necessary that you move to Nevada for 1 day without them to look for a house or so.
Yeah,
Because otherwise you have to take a couple of birds with you, and
yeah,
that's not.
Sugar and Jasmine for sure. Well, Roman too, because he won't like a trip like that. But unfortunately, he really starts going after his feathers if he doesn't get his meds. So.
Mm-hmm. Was that a jazzy song?
That was a jazzy song, a beautiful jazzy song.
Oh, Jazzy and
gonna bite me?
Shuggy, our two Moroccan ladies.
Well, come on. Want to come down? Come on. Come on.
Eleanor says you are beautiful girls. And someone find a white bird to train.
Yeah, these pink birds know how to manipulate the white birds. That's for sure. They just come around and shove their faces like, this is it. You're doing this now. And the umbrellas are so accommodating. Well, at least Lucy is. Not Lucy. Lucy does it now too, but Lorelei is accommodating. Aren't you, girl?
So much praying.
She's a preening machine, this one, and she's a good moth too. She'll eat right through your clothing. What are you doing? If you walk away, I'm going to get eaten. What are you doing? Hi, guys. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Hey, you. No, my birthday was kind of fun because I got the call from the lending agent saying that it looked like everything was going to go through. So, and then he asked for a bunch of information, started filling out forms. All that sounds good. So, well, it's kind of gone downhill since then, except for the health of the birds. They all seem pretty healthy. Bob's not happy with being in a small cage. I'd like to get him into a bigger cage as soon as possible, but I don't know how long it's going to take. You might even have to go into something smaller temporarily. There's nothing smaller I can put Cecil in though, because he's a jailbreaker. So he's always fun to try to figure out how you're going to transport him. You have to put extra wire outside the cages because he can just pop these bars right apart. They all can do that. He just does. That's the thing. That's going to be his plan. Let's tear this apart. Lorelei is such a dedicated preener.
Oh yeah, that preening action. That's just so lovely to watch. Oh, and there's a Sugar behind you and Amanda in front of you. Oh my, you are cornered by the Moluccans again. Mr. Mendo.
Romeo's happy. He's got his spot. He likes to sit right there, watch everything, and stay away from the action. That's what he's all about. Snowball comes out, Snowball starts stealing his spot, but he doesn't do anything. He just goes over there. That's all he's got to do, and then Roman runs away. He likes the opposite spot on the other side of the cage, or the aviary too, but the problem with that one is that's Salamander considers that his territory, so that gets him into fights. I think he's finally figured it out not to go over there, but he just hangs around that side of the aviary until Snowball decides he's going to skywalk or whatever he's going to do, and then he climbs back up.
Well, sometimes even Jessie decides to skywalk.
Oh yeah, she was just doing a lot of that yesterday.
Is she eating your pocket?
She was, but Jasmine just headed her off at the pass.
So cute. Mender. Such a good boy. Yeah. We really hope for that new home, because then they can have their big cages back. And a lot of birds missing their big cages. I think, well, Cecil is living in a big cage, but for example, Mender isn't. Babaloo can use a bigger one. I think Lucy is also upset not having her big cage.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's got a big stainless steel cage that came with her. I think the only reason I got that stainless steel cage is because when the company took over that veterinary office, they said she has to be out of here today. I think that's why I got that cage, because stainless steel is really expensive. But it's not tall, but it's it's 4 feet long. So yeah, she misses her cage. There's no question about it. Lorelei misses her cage. She's in a small cage. Yeah, Jasmine's still in her original cage. She could use a bigger one, but she's in her original cage, which is 40.
Oh, and I forgot Roman. Romeo, he needs his big cage back.
Yep, he had a 507 Kings cage, just like Bob. So,
and of course, all of them will get their night cages hopefully back.
Yep, that's the plan, to have a room for the night cages too. So, and we're going to have another room where there'll be a socialization room. So they'll be able to come out during the day when it's hot outside, or if it's too cold, or it's raining, or whatever. They'll be able to come, still come out. Here, they're stuck in those cages. If we have a situation like that, we had like 4 days of that where they couldn't come out. I had to take them out individually and hold them for a half an hour in my lap, or that did not work very well. So,
and finally, no landlord who's bothering the sanctuary.
And no homeowners association either. None of that.
No.
It's a good little place to live, Pahrump, Nevada. It's 44,000 people. It's situated between Death Valley and Las Vegas. And depending on whether you want to go see lizards or you want to pull slots. I don't do gambling though, but
I hope Mender thinks so too. Mender, you look like you could gamble.
He could definitely enjoy playing with the machines.
Since he has pulled that one ticket, he is like, yeah, I could do more of that. Mender.
Yeah. Oh, someone's coming over. Yeah, you need to be petted on the beak again. Is that what you're telling me? Yeah, this is a bad time too with the holidays to try to figure out how I'm gonna get them out of here. But
yeah, that's really bad time. But what shall we do when so-called everyone is like, yeah, Christmas, be nice to each other, but then, yeah, sometimes situation occurs that one has to leave.
Yep. Well, it's always been pretty tense, and because it's not a lot of room, and I'm taking up a lot of their house, it's always been pretty tense. But
Yeah,
it's
and
just
the situation with the neighbors isn't easy. It's just, yeah.
nope. It's one of those situations that was going to come to a head. It's just one of the for a lot of people, this is the worst time of year. They suffer a lot. People who lost loved
I
ones at
know
this
that's
time.
the thing. People, if you're not well, then Christmas might be the worst time. So therefore, we hope you're all doing good,
Yeah, definitely.
even
And
if
thanks for
you're having a big snowstorm at the moment. I know some people are suffering from it.
that Arctic blast. Yeah, well, it's bound to happen. That's what happens when it gets. You have a warm spot, it'll pull the cold. That's the way it works. So. What are you doing up there? Lucy, what are you doing? Whoops. Cause, what are you up to? You okay? You all right, little Causey? Hello, loose girl. What's up, Lucy? What's up, Loose?
Look at that loosey goosey. I think they all tell you they are ready to go to Nevada.
Yeah, we're ready, that's for sure. I just hope that works out. Fine, if that one home I was looking at was still there and we could swing that, that would probably be the best. But we'll take at this point we'd like to find a temporary spot so we don't have to rush into something like one of the first three we look at. But when I say look at, somebody else is going to look at it for me because I can't go there. I don't have anybody to care for the birds if I leave. So for me to go there is not going to be the. Fortunately, somebody who's running a bird rescue knows what we need. So.
Sweet birdies.
Would be kind of odd to show up at the property and start loading things in there, having never seen it before except in pictures, but that might actually happen. If we're in Arizona, I probably will be close enough to go over and look, but from here, no. It's an all-day affair, and it's too much time between getting medicine if something happens that I'm going to have sugar bleeding all over the place. We're not going to do that, so.
Cozy. Oh, look at her.
And the Lorelei, the laurel fly, she should be laurel moth, though. She's a moth. She eats my clothing. Hey, be nice. Be nice. Come back over here, Cause. Come on. Back over there. Mander, you be nice to the cause. Okay. Cause is a good girl. Oh, if I pet you, you'll be nice. Okay. It'll be weird to have to pack this stuff up twice, but gotta figure out how to do that. And if I have to move from one storage place to another. Because I've got a lot of their cages are in storage here, so I'll have to get another storage and move all that stuff in there if we don't have a home yet. It's just going to be a real extra problem. But under the circumstances, I don't see any other choice. So. Oh, that looks like you're enjoying that a bit. Are you enjoying that? Are we? Mm-hmm. You are just too cute, you know, little girl. Just too cute. Are you grinding your beak over there, little girl? Sugar's grinding her beak. What? Taking a nap? Sugar's taking a nap in the middle of the day? What does that mean? All right, I'll keep petting you. Don't run off. I don't want you chasing anybody, cutie pie. He's pretty set on getting preened right now and petted. Aren't you? Aren't you, big guy? Lorelai, stay out of my pocket, please. Thank you. Sorry, I had my AirPod was falling out. This one's been climbing up on these vine ropes and hanging and doing all kinds of acrobatics. She'll probably do that later. She does it usually when the boys come out. She'll start doing that. What are you doing over here? Hmm? Cause? I don't know if I flip this, you can see the cause. He's just sitting back here. Hi, Causey. Hello. You probably want me to keep petting him though, because if I keep petting him, there's a good chance that he won't come after you because he's too busy being petted. He doesn't usually get this insistent about being petted, but right, Lorelai? So I've got to work on logistics about how to get out of here, how to pack everything up and get out in a hurry if I can find a place for us to go. This upcoming week is all rain, so we won't be doing anything then, but but I can get the logistics going. Have to rent a big stake bed truck. It's the only way to move these cages. You don't want to try to move them in a closed truck. It's way too complicated. And you got a lift gate, so you can lift everything up with a motorized lift gate. And they're strong on those trucks too. They're not little lift gates. They can lift up like 1,000-pound tub, like bathtub and that kind of thing. I know because I've done it back when years ago I worked in the plumbing industry and I drove around for the first part of that in a 21-foot stake bed, so I know how lift gates work. They make everything easier. You get one of those covered trucks and it's all by hand. Lean everything over and try to get it up in the truck, and nope, we're not doing that. But I'll need somebody to drive it too, so that's going to be interesting. Because I won't be able to drive it since I've got to drive the birds.
Michelle has in chat something. She says, here in the UK, we have local councillors who help with all matters. Do you have anything like that there?
Not really. They're supposed to have them, but they really don't do anything. You have your local congressmen and that kind of stuff, but they're pretty much useless. I mean, I can go back to the news station that came out before, but not sure exactly what I tell them. But maybe they'd be interested in coming out again. You never know. You get more out of that kind of thing than you do anything else. Now, worst comes to worst, I'll just have to rent a place. That won't be easy because as soon as you say you have 11 birds, they're like, oh, we don't want to rent to you. Yeah, talking to a congressman is about useless in this country. I mean, what does Congress have? An 8%? It's less than 10% approval rating. So you get an idea how much they work for you. Lorelei, you're not supposed to do that. Lorelei.
Is he chewing up your clothes?
Yeah, she was going after my Peaches bracelet, the one that has the peachy colors on it. Weren't you, little girl? Sure was good to have her back. She was not feeling too well. They'll be all, no matter what happens in the next couple of weeks, they're going to be all rattled up because I've got to move them somewhere. If I have to move them twice, it's going to be twice the psychological damage, but nothing I can do about that. All of them will have almost all of them are on meds, so we'll have to have their meds increased a little bit. And this aviary takes a good 5 hours to break down, unless we can get like 4 or 5 people tearing it apart. And it'll probably have to be torn apart before we move. I'm not even sure how we're going to do that. Got to get the stake bed, got to get this up on the stake bed probably first. That's probably the way to it. Then go over to storage and get all those cages, and then come back over here and take all the cages they're normally in and put them in those small emergency cages in the van, and then run a truck and the van out to wherever we're going, which we have no idea yet. So everything's up in the air at a time of year when it's hard to do that, and with rain coming tomorrow. So let's see, tomorrow I have to make their food. I have to make their wet food for the week. They still have plenty of birdie bread, so I don't have to do that. I got enough beans right now. Lorelei said she just loves pinto beans. So she gets pinto beans and edamame, but she eats the pinto beans first. She gained a lot of her weight back on eating pinto beans, this little girl. They're good for her, though. I probably shouldn't tell her that, or she'll stop eating them, you know. They're good for me. Oh, I don't want that. What do you think? What do you think?
We have a question from Highland and Sky Cockatoo Connection in the chat. I think this one is new. And the question is, are only Moluccans in that enclosure? Or yeah, that's our outside aviary. And we have 3 Moluccans outside, Mr. Salamander, Jasmine, and Sugarboot. But we have also 2 Triton cockatoos and a couple of umbrella cockatoos.
And they're not all out at the same time, so you won't see the Tritons right now. They come out separately because Each has an issue with another bird. All that can be dealt with once we get to a more permanent location. But right now, can't really deal with these kinds of issues. We have somebody who wants to donate another aviary to us once we get in a permanent location too. So, and extend this one a little bit longer. This can be extended another. You can extend it as long as you want, but we'll probably put in an extra section, which is another 4 feet. But all that's up in the air until we know where we're going to be. I was hoping I'd have a little more time, but you know, it's just situations are what situations are. I've got to get these guys to a safe spot, and wherever we're going, I'm hoping we'll be near people who can actually give medicine and stuff. Because right now, I don't have anybody who can do that. So, you know, something happens to me, and Sugar will be dead in 2 days. So, can't have that, can we, Sal? Who would you fight with if you can't fight with Sugar? Although fighting with Sugar basically means looking at Sugar, she looks at him, and he walks away. He's not crazy enough to go against her generally. He's bigger, but she's got more attitude, don't you, girl? Hmm? There was a time when those two wouldn't sit close together like that much, but they seem to get along most of the time now.
The Shug and the Jazzbird.
Yeah. Jazzy, Jazzbird. She likes that name. Jasmine, Jazzy, Jazzbird. Didn't seem like she knew her name at all when she first got here. I had that pointed out to me, and looking back at the videos and stuff, yeah, she really didn't. So they probably didn't say much to her, but certainly knows it now. Hi, Lorelei.
Miss Lorelei. No, these girls are really
Little girl. Are you grinding again over there, girl? Yeah, I tried looking to see if there was any place we could move temporarily around here, and no, not really. Places are, I mean, I kept raising the price on rental homes until I finally found one at $1,800 a month, smack dab in a residential area surrounded by people my age. That's not going to work. So it'd be truly expensive to try to find a rental around here. I saw some.
So we have someone watching from, I think it's Algeria. His name is by Lasana. So welcome in chat.
Hi. Welcome to our little flock. This isn't everybody, but we had come out in different crews. I got to change the crews around here once this video is over, but the 2 Tritons and 2 of the let's see, 1 umbrella and 1 I'm sorry, 2 Tritons, 1 umbrella, and who am I forgetting? That's it. That's where we have to switch. And then Cause has to come out, and Lorelei have to come out of here. Because Cause will get into it with Pippa, and then Pippa will get into it with Lorelei, and it's, I've got to work on all of that. I can't really do that here. So we need more space, not just out here in the aviary. We need to have, like we did in the other place, we had a spot inside the socialization room. And that's a good place to teach them new behaviors because I can get to everybody quickly. Trying to get through all this rope is not the easiest thing to try to get to. I have an old shower rod there I can use to break things up across if I have to, if they get into a fight on the other side. But socialization room's a lot better place to work on trying to get them to deal with each other. What are you doing with your eyes closed? Are you sleeping down there, Laura? There's my girl. That's a sleepy girl. Sleepy girl. Yeah, they're all pretty quiet. As soon as I get Bob and Cecil out here, it'll go crazy. But
And Kaise joined us. She says, hello, everybody. Sorry that I could not come to see live streaming so often recently. Real life is too hard for me. And Merry Christmas, everyone. Have a great time. So we are happy to have you here today, Kaise. So just join us whenever you can. We're always happy when you're here.
Yeah, if we start the moving process, I don't know how we're going to do videos. Probably do videos on the road too, but there's no reason I can't turn the camera on while we're driving or something. But depends on the connection, you know, whether or not there's any wireless out there. But probably not while you're actually driving, but when we hit different spots and we stop. But you guys are just almost asleep up there. Lucy's looking out at the world, aren't you, this girl? Oh, Lucy. Romeo. There's those Romeo wings. Hi, Romeo. Hello. Hello, Romeo.
Oh, and GTH just said in chat that the socialization room makes for good videos too. Selfish, I know.
Yeah, it does, because I can get set up multiple cameras and we can catch different angles and stuff. I'm pretty good at editing all that together, you know, making one stream, because in Final Cut you can have everything synced to voice. So as long as you're capturing audio on every device, you can sync it all together, and then you can flip around to get different angles. Which, when they're flying around and going crazy, that's great. It takes a little bit of editing, but it's fun. It turns out really nice. But it's a good place to get
some hilarious episodes when everything goes, yep. Goes wild. There's one episode when Sugar decides to finally try out flying, lands on the floor, walks over to Manda's perch, enters Manda's perch, and then Manda wants his perch back, and Sugar says no, and you have to balance over there to get Sugar away, with Pippa and Babalu sitting on your shoulder.
Yeah, there's always some kind of thing I got to do in that room, but we need another socialization room. We really do.
Yeah. You have a really nice tail there, Mr. Mender. Good boy.
So I'm hoping that that one rescue comes back with a, yes, we have a spot for you temporarily, and then I can get out of here within the next couple of weeks. If not, I got to start looking at other options.
Yeah, then we have to, I think, contact first maybe other sanctuaries or rescues or some other volunteer who is volunteering, having the sanctuary for a couple of months or weeks. We don't know how long, but it's not forever, so that we can find our permanent home.
Yep, that's what we're working on. The goal, I would really like to be packing up to leave within 2 weeks if possible, but you know, it's important to have somebody around that can take care of Sugar. She's got to have her medicine. I mean, Jasmine needs it too. She's going to rip her chest. You know, she might die too. It's hard to say. She's another mutilator, but the rest of them, they'll lose feathers. But with her, those two, it's really dicey, especially with Sugar. So And it's time. It's time to find a way to move. I just wish we could have had a little more time to work on the loan, but maybe that'll come through and we'll be able to work on, I can go to a temporary spot and then we can go to a permanent spot shortly after that. We'll see. We've done a lot of bending around in like a pretzel to try to make this work. So, and I have a lot of faith in the lender. It doesn't mean he's going to be able to make everything work, but he thinks he can. And he's one of those guys that's been doing it for 25 years. So we start talking to the real estate agents saying, start looking for homes. You kind of get the impression that we're moving in the right direction. But we won't know. And then we're going to have to boogie anyway. So the sooner the better.
Mm.
Logistics are always fun. Who's going to take what, where, who's going to break this down? How is this going to go? They'll probably be stuck in those small cages for a day or two while I have to tear this thing down and get this transported. I might be able to transport this in just a pickup truck over to the storage and then bring in a big truck at the storage to load everything into. We'll see. The storage has got plenty of room for a big truck to get in there.
So maybe the other sanctuary who said it will help you to pack all up will be there for that.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. I got to see if I got to try to get their phone number. I sent a text over, but I got to try to get not a text, regular text, but a web form over asking if that offer was still available. So yeah. Well, folks, it's about that time. We're going to have to shut her down. I'm going to go in and get the other birds, and I'll leave the phone so you can watch what's going on. Lorelei, you have to come with me. One of you has to come with me. Lorelei or Cause? I guess it's going to be Lorelei. Cause, you want to sit up here? Right there, baby. This has got to go on my couch for a minute. Come on, cutie. Be nice to Lorelei right now. No jumping at her. Be nice. She's leaving. Okay, let's see. Do I have the camera set right? No, of course not. That's typical. Stand it up so it won't fall over. I should bring a stand for my phone out. I don't think about it. Don't really want to lose the phone. And it's not standing up. Now, I don't have a place to put it out here right now, unfortunately. So I guess that'll be it, folks. Thank you so much for coming. I'll leave the audio up for a little bit. What do you think, Lorelei? Laurel, fly. Laurel, fly. Laurel, fly, Laurel, fly, baby girl, the baby girl. Bob. Okay, guys, we'll see you next time. That would be Wednesday. Have a good day, and thanks for coming to be with us today. Much appreciated.